Hey everyone, it's me, Lara. And you know what? Today's been a busy day, a good day, and I'm thankful. Boy, I'm noticing my hair is getting gray. But I think that just happens as we get a little older. So, this morning on my YouVersion app, the verse of the day was this: Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty. This I declare about the Lord. He alone is my refuge and my place of safety. He is my God, and I trust him. So I listened to their verse of the day. They have a person that does their verse of the day, and um, it's a on this YouVersion app. They talk about cultivating a rhythm of reflection and need a moment with God, and they have a guided prayer app within the app. And today, as I was listening to this gentleman, he was talking about how we have a relationship with the Lord, and he specifically tells us, "Those who live in the shelter of the Most High will find rest in the shadow of the Almighty." We need to live in the presence of God, the presence of Jesus Christ. Living in that presence gives us the shadow of the Almighty. And at that point, when we live there in that spot, or we live in the presence of the Almighty, when we live there, we have that time of rest. But we also have our time to work, our time that we're moving, the time that we're always, our everyday to day life. So with that, we must remain in the presence of the Almighty in order to rest in the shadow of the Almighty. It's about building that relationship. And I've said this over and over and over again in my videos. If there is no relationship, there is no rest within the shadow of the Almighty. If we never attend a church service, or we never go to Wednesday night services, or we never do any of that, that isn't necessarily a game changer for us. But if we never pick up our Bible and we never read it and we never spend time with him, how do we build that relationship and find that shadow that he is talking about? Being underneath the wing of the Almighty, the shadow of the Almighty. How do we do that if we never spend any time with him? So I encourage you to get the YouVersion app on your phone and do their daily refresh videos every morning and read their plans. Get in there and read them. Spend time. As well, for me, it's important that I have my church family. I need that. I need my church family. I need my pastor. I need my church family. I need that connection that I receive when I'm there. I need that time, that connection, the connection. So I encourage you to take the time and pray about that relationship. It really doesn't, on any level, if you never spend time with someone and you never take the time to spend that time, is it really a relationship? If you Is it really? So no matter what relationship you're in, is it a relationship if you never spend time with someone? If you never talk to them, you never spend time with them, you never do anything with them, what is that? Is it really a relationship? So I encourage you today to take the time to talk to the Lord. Because in Revelation 3, verse 20, which I've mentioned before, it says that he stands at the door and knocks and asks to come in. And he wants to sup with you. He wants to sit down. He wants to have a conversation. So take the time to get to know him because he wants to get to know you. No relationships ever start if we never take the time to say, hello, how are you? Because Jesus Christ paid the final and ultimate sacrifice by dying on the cross for us, each one of us. So take that time. Take that time. Get to know him. And thank you for being part of my life. I greatly appreciate you. Have a good one. And I look forward to seeing you at church tonight.